to another episode of 5 of Movie McLovers. This channel is called Blank because we couldn't think of a suitable name. So, today we're going to ask ourselves, should a movie have a cult following? I say yes.
No.
Oh, hello Faisal.
Hello, Amin. We seem to disagree again.
Yeah, well, pretty frequent now. So, I think that a movie does need a cult following. Because a cult following is important for a movie to grow. It is important for the fans to keep, remembering that movie. Look at Ghostbusters. How many people remember Ghostbusters? Everyone remembers Ghostbusters because it has a cult following. Even bad movies have cult following sometimes. Cult following doesn't have to be a bad or good movie. It can be really bad or really good. It's just remembering the movie that's very important. That's why some movies are made in general. It's to remember that movie. Don't you think?
I mean, yeah, but not all, good. But if you want, you have to remember that movie. But if it's a bad movie, why do you want to be remembered in the first place?
You remember it because it's bad. You have to remember some movies because they're bad.
But have a cult following is genuinely good, right? But you're saying there's a cult generally dedicated to remember how bad a movie is? That doesn't make any sense.
It does make sense, because some people love to hate on bad movies, and they have to remember that bad movie to love and hate on them.
I don't know, but I wouldn't want to remember a movie if it's bad. Like me, I'm trying to forget Transformers: Age of Extinction as soon as possible.
I know that, but there are some old movies that have very, very strong cult followings. It's even if a movie's bad, it's made. I'm not talking about a movie being bad or good. Even if it's bad, it's made for people to remember. So the fact that people remember a movie is what makes it a cult following. I think that's very important for a movie to have success, not just box office, but success with its fans and their tiers, even fans of bad movies.
Yeah, but that shouldn't be a thing. But
maybe it shouldn't be maybe I don't know.
But why should it be their prerogative? Movies they should go for the box office. Whether fans should remember it or not. That's another question. The Godfather. Is there a massive fan base around the Godfather?
Yeah, but if the Godfather didn't have a cult following, that you wouldn't remember it, and then you wouldn't know such a great crime movie.
All right, let me give you another.
So a movie has to have a cult following.
Movies Leon the Professional.
That has a cult following as well.
That does not have a cult following.
Yes, it does. Everyone remembers Gary Oldman.
Everyone remembers.
Everyone remembers young Natalie Portman.
Everyone remembers him, but to define a cult following, to have Lord of the Rings fan base, the Star Wars fan base, this massive fan base, that is a cult following. To remember something is not necessarily a cult following. There isn't comic conventions all around. There aren't events all around. People cosplay about it.
This is the thing. Even when people remember.
And it's still
even
one of the greatest movies ever. You don't need to remember.
Phantom of the Menace. Phantom of the Menace was a cult following.
Yeah.
And it's remembered for being bad, and so it's funny. So it's important for a movie to have a cult following, if it's good or bad. So what if Phantom Menace is bad? I remember it. And that's important for me to remember it, to remember how bad it is, to rip on it.
That was a shit movie. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I know. But it still has a cult following.
But here's the thing: you don't need to have a cult following to be successful.
I'm not saying you need to be successful. You just need for your fans to remember it. A movie has to be remembered.
But movies are technically. These movies are short term. These movies are short term. They only last a few hours long in most people's heads.
So what? Movies may be short term on screen, but for some people like Star Wars, it's a whole lifetime for them. Okay? A movie doesn't just have to be 90 minutes of fun. It's a lifetime of a journey that adults come from being children. They watch these movies throughout their years.
But isn't that
and they define them as adults? Lots of people now, for example.
Yeah, but isn't that over exaggerating it? If you like a movie, that's great. You don't have to dedicate your entire life to it.
There are people who do that. Roger Ebert, he loves some movies. Doesn't want a Space Odyssey. Why should he remember it that much and watch it every so often? That's why I watch movies, to remember them and watch them frequently. Why would I watch movies anyway? Just a one-time fun? No. Yeah. Right. I don't watch it for a purpose of sole entertainment. I watch it so I can remember it, so when I'm down I can watch a movie. Mm-hmm. Not do anything else, because I don't want to do anything else.
Yeah, but you watch movies, you enjoy them, but shouldn't you have to look to the future instead of constantly remain in the past?
No, because you can look in the past as well. Looking in the past can actually brighten your future.
I mean, yeah, you look at it
Yeah,
once, but you don't keep looking at it forever.
Yes, you can look
But
at it
there's-
forever because lots of people remember
there's a
Star
di-
Wars forever.
There's a difference between looking to the past and just living in it and not looking at the future whatsoever. I mean, there are these people in cult followers. They completely disregard some of the new movies that come out today. Some people.
That's not their problem. That's because that movie was either so bad or so great. People remember it, and that's good for that movie. Too bad for this one.
But,
Too bad for this. Too bad for this one.
I mean, but still, they should still, if they really like movies and if they really care about movies, they should care about, movies in general rather than just.
But that
just
movie
a
that
single
they
movie.
should, that movie that hasn't been cared about should, be really successful. So that movie can have a cult following, and the movies after it. That's important for a movie. Why am I gonna? Whiplash is gonna get a cult following. You know why? Because it's a great movie. People are gonna remember that. People are gonna remember J.K. Simmons playing a frightening character, and that's why people are gonna remember this movie 50 years on when a new movie is coming out. Sure, they'll watch that one, but this is the one they're gonna remember. That's why people watch movies. Think about the art form. Think about how great these movies are. Movies have a lasting legacy on people. Tell me your parents don't remember Star Wars. Of course they do.
Of course they do.
Of course they do. Because it's so well known and remembered that people have to love it.
Yeah,
It's the cause of success.
of course. Yeah, as you can probably tell, I played devil's advocate in a very shit way. Nonetheless, thanks for watching Movie Lovers. Don't forget to like,
All
subscribe.
that jazz, and we'll see you next time for the episode of 6, and stay tuned for more Blank. Thank
Alright,
you, and
good.
goodbye.
This is good orange juice.